Happy Halloween! It's me, Carolyn Scott Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and I'm here with Vegan Food Share. Have you seen him on Instagram and all over the internet? The interwebs, I'd like to say. He's so rad that he's not even going to tell you who he is. But he's a beautiful unicorn today for our lovely Halloween special. How are you today, Mr. Unicorn Vegan Food Share?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
I'm super stoked to have you here. So I think we're going to do something kind of fun for Halloween. We're going to make some vegan trick-or-treat popcorn.
Awesome.
It's yummy, vegan-y, toffee-ish, caramely-ish. He's hungry, so we better get started. For trick-or-treat popcorn, you're going to need 4 to 8 cups of ready-made unsalted popcorn, a half a cup of maple syrup, a 1/3 cup of coconut oil, a half cup of almond butter, unsalted. You're going to need some vanilla, some cinnamon, and some salt to balance out the sweetness and add some Halloween spice to your popcorn. For the chocolate, you're just going to need a pound of vegan dark chocolate, and we're going to melt it down. All right, so let's get started. You up for it, Unicorn?
Let's do it.
I think we're going to start with caramel sauce.
Awesome.
Sound good? All right, so let's move the pretty stuff aside. We're going to move over all our caramel saucy stuff. And because it's so easy, I'm going to let the unicorn help out. Did you know unicorns could cook? I didn't. Did you know that?
We're magical.
Do you cook at home? Vegan Food Share,
We
Unicorn?
do. Yes. We cook a lot of greens. We cook a lot of legumes. Cook a lot of vegan food porn.
I know. You got to check it out on Instagram. You see tons of vegan food porn.
Started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we're here.
All right, Drake, the unicorn. We're going to put some coconut oil in, because that's our base.
Awesome.
And we're making this a very healthy caramel sauce. You can do it with like straight corn syrup and sugar and some flavoring or vegan butter. But we're making it a little on the healthier side just because Halloween is so full of crap as it is.
Sure.
Candy and drinking and stuff. This is still going to taste fantastic, but it's a little on the healthier side.
Awesome.
So, Unicorn, you want to do the honors and put the almond butter in the pan?
Sure.
We're just doing it at medium heat, just so that everything kind of melts down. I'll let you kind of get in front of me and pop that baby in there.
Sure. Ooh, excuse me.
And the thing about coconut oil that's fantastic, you can cook it at high heat. It has a very high smoking point. If you use any other oil, it's going to kind of go rancid at a high heat.
Right.
So this is going to melt down really easily and really quickly and have a really good flavor. All right, we're putting in some maple syrup to make it nice and sweet.
Ooh.
And we're going to turn it down to low because we don't want to burn it. And then we're going to put in our vanilla because that's always a fantabulous taste in a caramel sauce. You want to sprinkle some salt in there.
Sure.
The salt is what's going to give it that balance of the sweetness and really kick up the sweetness. Okay, so we're going to put it down on very low because now you can start to see how the coconut oil is looking like caramel.
Ooh.
It's kind of like when vegan butter does that. You can do like a brown butter sauce, but it's getting caramelized, hence the term. So we're caramelizing our oil and our almond butter and all our sweet stuff. And this is going to thicken up real nice. But just for a little bit, we're going to put the pinches of some cinnamon, which is going to give it that nice Halloween-y flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegan Food Share,
Yes, ma'am.
you're on Instagram, and you're on all over the interwebs. I hear you're going to start a YouTube channel, eh?
We are, and we would love for you to show up
Oh!
and contribute your magicness of vegan food and share with the world.
I will do it. I'm super stoked. So are you guys going to be cooking? Are you going to have guests on? Are you going to stay unicorny?
We're going to do the damn thing. We're going to do everything that you're expecting us to do.
I love
then
it.
some.
All vegan food porn all the time.
All the time, because we got to spread that message of love and compassion.
True that.
That's what we're all about.
All right, so we've got our caramel sauce ready. We're going to let it thicken up while we temper our chocolate, which is super easy to do. When you temper chocolate, all you need to do is put vegan chocolate bars. You can also use vegan chocolate chips. which is really easy and that melts down really fast, but we got some nice hearty dark chocolate, and you put it in a double boiler. If you don't have a double boiler, all you gotta do is put some water in a small saucepan and put a little glass bowl on top with your chocolate in it, and it's just gonna melt down nice and naturally. And again, you don't wanna overcook it because then you're gonna burn the heck out of that chocolate, and then it's a big old waste, and it's a travesty.
It's a trick.
It's a trick, it's
Instead of
not
a
a treat. All right, so our chocolate is all the way melted down. Nice and yummy, ooey gooey, melty chocolate. And even if you have chunks in there, it's gonna melt down with the rest of the hot chocolate. So
Perfect.
It's all good. So let's not waste a drop. I'm gonna give you the toffee.
Awesome.
It's hot, so get me. And if you wanna just whisk it up just a bit to make sure it's all nice and mixed in, because we don't want any chunks in our caramel either. And I'm going to get the chocolate ready, and we're gonna get our drizzle on. That looks good to me. I think it's time to drizzle. So you just put all your popcorn in a bowl, and we're gonna take a spoon and just drizzle. And you can, this is a great job for kids in the kitchen because you can just let them have at it. So get a nice little layer on top, and then we're gonna mix it to make sure we get more chocolate and caramel on the rest of the popcorn and get it all over all of it.
Oh, drizzle, my nizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle. All right, time to do a little toss action after a little more caramel. So once you're done kind of tossing your popcorn and getting it all chocolatey and caramely and gooey, then you're just gonna put it
I want to eat it now.
Eat it now. Then we're going to do a little bit more and put it on a cookie tin and put it in the fridge for a little while so that it gets nice and hard. And then crunchy and yummy. You can make popcorn balls. You can do little squares. They're really fun for appetizers, for parties. And if you have a lot of money and you don't have a lot of trick-or-treaters, this is a great treat. In my neighborhood, we get 1,000 trick-or-treaters, so I'm not gonna make this for all the trick-or-treaters. It's just for friends at parties. But if you get like 10, then this is a nice little treat. All right, it looks almost all nice and coated. Needs a tiny bit more. So let's just do a little bit. You can drizzle a little more caramel because
Let's do it.
it's Halloween, yo. Get sweet up in here. And the thing too is because it's so warm, you don't want your popcorn to get soggy, which is another reason you put it in the fridge,
Right.
so it all kind of hardens up and gets yummy. Not too hard because you'll break your teeth. Dentists have to love Halloween. Broken teeth, cavities, all that good stuff.
Right.
All right, this is pretty good. So, my lovely unicorn assistant, let's move the cookie sheet over. And we're just gonna toss all this popcorn onto the cookie sheet. And we're good to go.
Just toss it in here.
Got it, ready? Like soccer. Unicorn soccer. All right. That's good. It's chocolatey, it's caramely. Let's put all that good stuff onto the cookie sheet. It's gonna get nice and crunchy. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good. You smell that yummy, melty chocolate? It's like Halloween is here. All right, so we want to put it out in a single layer so that it all gets evenly coated and not all stuck together in one big blob. And we are good to put this guy in the fridge. Let it chill. All right, so our chocolatey, caramely trick-or-treat popcorn is ready to be served, and we're gonna get out of here. But first, don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Voyager TV. Give us a thumbs up, because I know you're gonna thumbs up this yummy popcorn. Leave any questions or comments or anything down below in the comment section. Be sure to find us all over the internet. I'm at healthyvoyager.com and Healthy Voyager all across Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, everything, and Vegan Food Share.
Everywhere on Instagram. Follow us.
Well, thank you, Vegan Food Share Unicorn.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, I hope you guys dress up, have a good time, and have a very happy and healthy Halloween. Hello and welcome to the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen. I'm Carolyn Scott Hamilton, and today we're making Monster Cyclops Brownie Eyeball Bites. They're raw, but they're vegan and delicious and sweet and yummy, and they will look great on the table at your next Halloween party. All right, so this is what you're gonna need. All right, you're gonna need a cup of raw peanuts, a quarter cup of fresh dates, a half cup of raw peanut butter unsalted, a pinch of sea salt, a dash of vanilla extract, about a teaspoon, a quarter cup of raw cocoa powder, an eighth cup of agave syrup or date syrup if you like, and some semi-sweet chocolate, about 12 ounces, and some candy eyeballs. Okay, let's get started. First, we're gonna make the brownie bite filling. We're gonna take the chocolate and the eyeballs and set them aside for later because we're gonna melt that to dip them into. But we're gonna make the base first. So we're gonna start by putting everything except the peanuts into the blender or a food processor to get a nice pasty mixture, and then we'll put the nuts in after so you have a little bit of crunch. We'll put the dates in, put the agave so we have some liquid at the bottom of the blender. Get all that sweet stuff in there. And you can taste it after you blend it just to see, for sweetness, you can add a little more, whatever you need. After all, it is Halloween. I'm gonna put in the cacao powder, the vanilla, and you can always bump up vanilla when you're baking just to give it a little more flavor. And then we're gonna just do a little bit of salt, not too much. It brings out the chocolate flavor. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blend this up until we get a nice pasty texture. So we've got this down to a pasty mixture, and you'll see that it looks like brownie. So we're gonna go ahead and put in our nuts and crush those guys up. And then we'll be ready to chill this for a little while so it firms up. So we are all set, and now we're gonna take our brownie mixture and put it in a bowl, and we're gonna let it chill in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes so that the batter kind of firms up so that you can roll them into little eyeballs. And if you don't have a powerful blender at home, you can use a food processor or something that can grind nuts really well, like a coffee grinder or something like that. But just make sure you get it pasty enough and get the nuts small enough so when you're taking bites out of your little eyeballs, you don't crack your teeth. All right, so make sure you get all that good stuff out of the bottom of your container, and we're gonna let this firm up for about 10 minutes. Come back, melt the chocolate, and make our eyeballs. Okay, so while our brownie batter is chilling in the fridge, we're gonna go ahead and melt down our chocolate. So if you don't have a double boiler, which is the best way to melt chocolate, because if you put it directly in a pot or a pan, it's gonna burn. So this way, if you don't have a double boiler, you just set on a small saucepan, fill it with water, and then put a little bowl on top, and then you put the chocolate into that. All right, so our water is heating up now. You can heat the water on high and then turn it down so you don't burn your chocolate. We're just gonna put in piece by piece of your semi-sweet chocolate. You don't want to overload it because it'll take too long to melt. So this way it evenly melts. So if you get a first layer of chocolate that starts to melt, then you put in the next, and it's going to help it just melt a lot more quickly. Plus, once we get it melted, we want it to cool a little bit because we have to handle it when we start to put the eyeballs in there. Okay, so we've got a single layer of chocolate in the double boiler, and it's starting to melt nicely. And then once it gets a little more liquefied, we'll add some more. Okay, so our chocolate is all melted. We're gonna take it off of the hot boiling water. Be very careful because your bowl, if you don't have a double boiler with a handle, is gonna be very, very hot. So make sure you use oven mitts or gloves or something. So we're gonna set that aside to cool because again, we're gonna have to use it to dip the eyeballs into. And I think our brownie batter is ready to go. I'll be right back. All right, so our brownie batter's ready. We're gonna roll these into little eyeballs. Then we're gonna dip them in the chocolate. You can use a rounded toothpick to dip them in there, but they may fall apart because they're more crumbly. So it's better when you pack them tight and you use 2 forks to dip them in the chocolate, then place them onto wax-lined paper. So that way you can put it on a cookie sheet and put it right into the fridge to chill for about 10 minutes. All right, so we're gonna start by grabbing a good, pinchful, and you're gonna just mash them down as much as you can because the oils of the peanut butter are gonna kind of keep them together. And you're gonna roll them into little balls, like so. So you'll see they kind of stick together. And because they're Cyclops monster eyeballs, they don't have to be perfect. So they can be chunky and freaky and Halloweeny. So we're gonna take these guys, make them nice and compact. We're gonna put them in the chocolate. We're gonna just very delicately roll them in the chocolate so they don't fall apart because they will come together nicely once you put them in the fridge because that chocolate's gonna harden around them. They're gonna be like yummy little bonbons. All right, so once we've gotten one done, and it's okay if you drip some chocolate because you can break the excess chocolate off afterwards. So you've got one. And don't forget to put your little eyeball on before they go in the fridge so that it sticks nicely to the chocolate while it's cooling. Okay, so we've gotten our eyeballs coated with yummy chocolate. And now we're gonna do the finishing touch of putting on the candy eyeballs. And once we're done with that, we just pop these in the fridge for 10 minutes and the chocolate hardens and you are ready to party Halloween style. Okay, see these guys in 10 minutes. All right, so our eyeballs are ready and I went ahead and just put them in this lovely glass jar so they look like my specimens on my Halloween table. So if you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you have any recipe requests, please let me know. I love recipe requests. And make sure to subscribe to our channel. Just click above and you won't miss any of our videos. And make sure to go to healthyvoyager.com to subscribe to the newsletter and follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, everywhere at Healthy Voyager. Until then, have a happy Halloween and I will see you on the next episode of the Healthy Voyager's Global Kitchen. Bye. That's it.
That's it. You Hi, I'm Dan Vega, and thank you for watching our channel. I want to take a second to tell you about a resource that's helping thousands of people across the country, Blue University. Blue University is the premier online business school for entrepreneurs and business leaders. You know, if you find yourself in a day-to-day grind where you've lost your joy or you're just tired of struggling, then check out blue.university. That's BLU.university. I can promise that you receive nothing short of a multi-million-dollar education. And if you want a completely different life in 3 to 6 months and a way to create wealth in 5 years or less, then again, check it out. That's BLU.university. Find out why blue is the new color of success. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel or to give us a good rating, but that's only if you see value. And when you do receive value, make sure to share it with someone else. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.